Good morning. Welcome. This is Julian with AJeweldDesign, and it is File Folder Friday. We are on to number 3, and oh my gosh, hopefully it's not getting too repetitive for you guys, but I am going to try to work with it a little bit today. I know we talked about what I might do with the cream variation last week, and that I actually worked on hopefully yesterday for you guys if you watched my journal with me in the botanical. So you had to see that sort of live in action. We revealed the first one, which was a green and purple, which I don't know what I'm doing with yet. And on Tuesday of this past week, I released a compliment pink and blue one. And with this little blue bird just lent to a cluster of pink and blue. And I have a couple ladies who I adore who love pink and blue, pink and teal. And so I made a set of these with them in mind. And the copies I printed out, of course, I sent to them. So all I have is my template, which hopefully the ones I did are a little bit bigger. We definitely emphasized the bird and the pinks and the flowers. But there's a whole pink kit of mini file folders already out and running. They came out on Tuesday. So if you're following my Instagram and you're following my Etsy shop over at AJeweldDesign, then you would see this pink kit had popped up. And of course, this morning is the new purple kit, which we're going to work on today. And so, but I want to let you know that it is out there. I don't know what I'm doing with it personally yet. It was more, I created more for those who love my pink and blue, who just have a love for those two color combos. So I made it more for them. So hopefully we'll see something come up on some of those ladies' channels. And if I do, I'll let you know. So in the end, I made, show it all. I still have a sort of reveal everything, like finished reveals for everything I've created sometime in the future, what those are going to be. But there's a pink kit out. So we have the green with the purple stuff. We have the cream with the floral variety. We now have the pink with the blue birdie and its blue hints, blue, like accents. And now we're working on the purple with the yellow. And this is going to be definitely a birthday gift, and luckily, I don't think the lady I'm making this for does not watch my channel, so I'm not revealing it before she gets it. Hopefully, we'll see. So I'll have to be careful on my Instagram side when I show it off that I don't make it too obvious. Of course, I won't say it's a birthday present on my Instagram. When I go, hey guys, come look at my YouTube, I won't mention that. So if she happens to follow, well, okay, she'll figure it out. But I'm not going to show you every aspect of it today. I do want to keep this sort of around 30, 40 minutes because usually my reveals are just short. But we are going to play with this a little bit today since I have the time. And I wanted to show you some elements and ideas I had for this purple kit. Because every one we're trying to do something different with, right? I think my green and purple one that I want to keep, I want to make it more into a journal, right? A little mini journal, bunch of pages in it, the signatures in the middle, all that good stuff. This one's going to be a little bit more of a stuffed ephemera pocketed booklet. It's going to be the mini file folder. It's going to have a few pages in the middle just to write some pretty notes on. But I'm going to sort of more stuff both pieces with pockets, and we're going to put stuff in it. We may even put some belly bands on the pages and put some more stuff in it. So this is where I'm going to pull everything we have here, and I have to pull out some of the rest of my stuff. So as usual, this kit comes with 2 pink vertical words, the 5 little words. It comes with fussy cuts, which I just did a quick little kiss cut on it. It does have the lovely snail. It has a butterfly, right? It has 2 of the definitions, which would be great because I think I'm going to use one for decor and one as a pocket. So we have that going. Of course, we have the gorgeous mini file folder itself. These come with the cream inside and a green, which the green I put on the envelope. So you get the standard distress paper, you get the cream paper, because I wanted to be able to have the pockets and all that really stick out and pop off, so I put the cream on the back of that. The nice part, I also put it on this one, so we have green on this side, we have the cream on the back, so if I really wanted to, I could decide which way, but I'm going to decorate the green side and let that be very easy to journal on the back. It comes with the, one of the little, 2 of these, no, I guess I don't. What did I put on the other one? Sometimes I have 2 of these and sometimes I don't. I think I only have 1 this time. Yeah, 1 of these. I think we're going to stick in there. We have the card, which I'm going to use as a pocket on the inside, so we may have to trim it down just a little bit, which is fine because I have my Hickory Smoke Distress, so we're going to keep to that gray tone. And we're going to use this as a pocket that we're going to be able to put a word on it, and we're going to be able to put you know, some journal cards and stuff in it. I've got coins. Now these are my corner Rita Donnelly. I finally found out the last word. Rita Donnelly corner flip pockets. And I call them a pocket only because I make it a pocket. It may just be a corner flip journal space, but like I've showed you, I've used these as pockets, and we're going to do that today. We're going to actually make these different, and we're going to keep this flat on this end. We're not going to use this part. We're going to use this. So that we can tuck in, and this one we're going to overlap, hopefully. And we're still going to have the pocket ability, and we're going to have the flip up. So this is going to be fun to make it really, so I can really stuff hopefully more things in it. And then looking right now, knowing I'm either going to have to reprint some of my ephemera, or I may have to pull some of the green and purple ones. I'm gonna have to use my green and purple ephemera from my kit to fill this up, and which is fine. So then you get the belly band, the two belly bands. You get the sort of the long one, which I think is gonna be perfect on a page, and we have the green one, which I may also use, or you know, we may decorate this up as a bookmark. Who knows? And of course, all my scraps are on the side from all the cutting I already did, so you can see the two colors. Those are the cream and the green, which are very similar. But there's just enough difference. So if I need to layer, I need to cluster, I need to make, you know, dimension, I can. So I wanted to leave some things sort of cut so you could see them, and other things, of course, ready to go. So we're going to start off with the envelope, which I did, like I said, I put the green on the back, so I think it's going to be great for the inside, because this is a card. It is going as a birthday card. It's going to be a birthday card ephemera pouch, file folder, I don't know. We're going to decorate it out. And as I mentioned before, in case you haven't mentioned, these are all my circles are usually 1.5 inches. So even on the scallop here, I can go just inside that line and pop it out, and I have that thing. And you see that I just go right inside the gray line, so that I don't see that gray line. And even if it's off to the side or off to the edge, you can still line it up or close enough. But you don't have to try to do inside or inverse circles. Right now. I know that's not my thing. Circles are barely done for me. So look at that. Nice and clean. Distress that sucker and you have the perfect holes. And then you have the other side, which I always keep the big one because that is a great off a corner, off a square piece. So we've got that. We'll fold that up. So that's going to be, of course, what everything's going to hold. And there's our little snail again. Isn't he adorable? There's plenty of room up here. So if I want to, I can go find one of my larger, but I have a number of them in my purple kits. I can go find a large label, bordered label, and write happy birthday on it, or stamp happy birthday in it. So it's very obvious how we're going to decorate that. And then I have these guys, which again, if you did a border label off of this, these are great for layering. Again, my coins are usually the 1.5 inch circle punches. Doesn't mean I can cut them right. And of course, each printer may shrink things just a little bit, so they're not perfect. I mean, I started at 1.5. I cannot control if your printer shrinks to fit or borders or does something. But a little white is not a huge deal. Really bugs you, and you can go back and... Yeah, I did on one page. I did put the distress on the back. Go back and distress it. Like I said, just go ahead, distress it around the edges, and, you know, you're barely going to tell. It's just another dimension, another layer. Okay. And then, so we've got the pocket, which we're gonna take that, distress it, and we're making a pocket, so we can stick this in here. And that's green, so that's not gonna be a very fun thing. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more things. I really want to layer this up. And these things are, these are mini kits, and they're for a little bit of work. And yeah, I just hope that you guys have other things that you find from other places that you want to add to. Okay, so what I hope to do, because these, just barely fit, which means they're the same size, if not as big as the pockets. But we had the problem with on that first kit, my purple and green, or green and purple kit, I had them like this, right? And we're trying to figure out how we want to put them as signatures in, in the booklet. Front and back, left and right, da-da-da. So then this next one, the cream one, I put my journal cards side by side, and I put the decorative side by side. So you can either back them, or make that, inside journal, and that was the outside decor pages. It was a little easier to decide, right? This time, because we're not really making it a booklet, we're making it more of an ephemera pocket, ephemera mini file folder holder. I did this to where that we're going to make them instantly backed journal cards. Now, so if you've seen me do this before, I've done it on a couple things now. It's become my mom's newest favorite thing. she saw a lady who did it. She took my porch print stuff and shrunk down the pages and just put them side by side and backed them. Side by side, folded them and glued them. And I went, well, wait a minute, we can do that. And I set it up to where you guys don't have to worry about shrinking pages. We can just do it. So we're going to fold it. I'm going to have to trim them because I don't know, they never line up. That's just my problem. That's my cutting issues. So we're going to do that. We're going to glue them. And she has this nice, thick journal card, right? That she can write anything from the memory from her birthdays, from her kids, something sweet that was happening. She's got a new baby girl, so maybe there was some cute thing that she did, right? Okay, so we're gonna cut these and glue these and make them instantly backed journal cards, which I am loving. It's a little bit, like I said, my only problem is the cutting and getting them to line up, and that's my personal issue, not anybody else's. All they're perfectly lined up in the computer. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so get your bone folder thingy. If you really want to just make sure it's down tight. And then that way, when you go to glue and cut, you're not worried about it. But I definitely suggest you glue it down first, and then we're going to cut it. Okay? Trim it up. Because we're going to have to trim it up a little bit anyway, because I think I won't fit in the pocket that I made. And I think I have to trim down the pocket. I don't have to trim down the pocket. Okay, thank God. So we are going to have to trim these up a little bit, which there is some room to do so. Plenty, because it is decorative, as long as we don't cut off our snail in any way. So I'm going to trim the sides and well, I don't want to go to the top, but I'm going to trim up the sides. Maybe not so much the bottom, so that we have, I have room up here. I definitely have room up here. And we just redistress it. It's really easy. So I want those to fit. So we've got that. We've got our pockets, and we got those. And then I do want to, like I said, a few pages in here that I will sew in. So I just did my distressed front and back, and we will cut these down, to fit. Bummer part is we're going to lose some of the distress, but I've been known to cut it, and then the other side opposite, so you have, every couple pages has a distressed corner in it, which is fun, and it does leave you that aspect, at least on one side, if nothing else. Because there's no way to control this. I will have to look into it and decide whether we decide if we really like these as pages in here, that I shrink this to fit, just this, which means, it's maybe they're 2 up in the middle of the page, but they're only papers, which is hard to back anything when you make them too small. So we'll see. It's something in the future, if this becomes a really fun thing and a really popular get up, that you guys really like these mini folders for these mini projects, then I'll have to tweak the background. Tweak this where maybe you have a full distress page and you have a paper ready where you can cut these, cut them and print them out. My only worry is that you cannot get them to line up. Most printers, you put them in the middle and you say, print it double-sided back to back. There's always going to be a slight glitch. Even if you run it through once, and if you get it turned the right way, you might be able to run through a second time and it might line up, but there's no guarantee that you would have to start trimming down to have the two lined up so you have this distress on both sides. That's why I do it so big and let you decide how to cut it down, hoping that because I'm looking at it in the light, and my front's here and this one's up higher. The back is actually up a smidge higher than the front. So, and I just got a brand new printer, which was great, except that I'm having some definite issues with sizing. It was really funny. I went to do these pages, and when I run them double-sided, back to back, and flip on the long side, it actually shrunk everything. It literally gave everything a huge gap and shrunk it all down. So it means that whole kit I had to print that way so that everything fit proportionally. Except for this. I think it was one thing okay, well, no. So for me, if I want to run everything through at its full size, I'm going to have to run it through once, turn around, put it back in, and run it through a second time for the back side, which I'm a little bummed about. So I'm going to have to keep working on that. The hardships of new printers, right? Darn, gosh, poor me, right? Oh, hopefully you guys are having a great week. We are, so this is File Folder Friday. It's April 30th. It is the last day of April. I don't know about you. I'm a happy planner girl too, and April, March and April, a lot of us did a lot of cloudy, rainy spreads. Even this week for our challenge was rain or shine, and California's had no rain. We finally got rain last Sunday, sort of. We got sprinkled on here where I'm at. A friend of mine was up in Tahoe. They got snow, but the northern part of California got rain. I don't know if southern got any or not. Hey, according to Allie, which I don't think you follow me, but did you get any? Not snow. Any rain down in LA? So we had all these cute layouts, but we don't have any rain. I know back east might, or Midwest has some, but we don't have any. It's such a bummer. We are definitely dry, which is really worrisome, because if we don't all of a sudden get like May showers, we are going to have a very dry and a very scary summer, because it's going to be extremely warm and no water to keep things going and alive. Not that we have a lot of, I have some plants that are huge usually by now. They're absolutely huge, and they're not that big. They're medium to large, because there just wasn't any water during the winter. So now I'm debating on a little thumb notch, a tiny little thumb notch in this window. We'll see. And here's the other question. Do I put it on this one, or do I put it on this side? And we got to work on that one. So I'm debating whether this is just so simple. I will maybe want to put it on the back side. And I'm thinking maybe a thumb notch, so these are obvious, right? So it's a little more obvious in here. But I'm going to want to do it this way so we can see it. And then she'll be able to open it up and see that it's all, yeah. So there's a lot of detail work on these guys that I will definitely have to do later, because I don't want to spend all day. But I want to show you the basics. So, thumbnail on that one. Now I do have, thankfully, other sizes. So I'm thinking really little thumbnail. And my little 1-inch, finally. Woohoo! I think that was a Christmas present. Thank you. We're just going to do a little thumbnail so that it has some dimension, because when I lost it, that would have been a cute little circle. That's what I care about. I gotta be careful I do it and not like shove them somewhere. Okay, so we've got, whoops. So we've got that potential. And let's work on these, because this is the other thing. Now I did make sure I backed it on with the distress, so I have the ability to, a really pale line. So here's the Rita Donnelly flips, but I'm going to use just the triangles. Like I had mentioned, I think last week, is taking the same paper, same page, and printing them out on a clear sheet so that you could have them as sticker corners. No one says you have to use every element as you see it. Please get creative with it. Use it in every way possible. I hopefully laid out pages to where, you know, you could still print a page and not feel like you totally wasted it if you changed its medium. And that is just a nice cream, so that may be useful. I hate because we do print on the back, you know, I hate wasting anything if I can help it. So this one, if I can cut straight again, like I can't cut straight to save my life. And I don't always like to bring out the paper cutter, and even then, that's been failing me lately. My paper cutter isn't any better off than me. Oh my gosh. You think you lined it up, it shifts just a little bit. Sorry, I'm off camera, aren't I? There we go. It shifts just a little bit, and you don't have as straight as anything as you expected. Now, it's okay if that's a little, it's actually sort of cute. I actually folded it definitely a little off, but I'm sort of liking it. And we distressed that just right. That's going to be really cute. Okay. So my thought was that we glued the edges, but not the diagonal, of course, so we still have a pocket there. Because the goal then would be to do this one inside. There we go. See? So you actually, you glue the bottom, or glue the side, glue the bottom, glue this bottom, and this one. And you have a full, if I do it right, let's just see. You'd have a full pocket at the back and a second one here in the front. Right, so we can dual up. We can put a full card in here when I trim them down, which I'm definitely gonna have to trim that one down to do it. And that one's, you know, and I think what it is, we're gonna put this one here because it's a little different, and we'll put this one in the back because we have the snail. We don't get to see it, so I guess that makes it the fun part, right? You pull it up and you're like, oh, there's a snail there. But I'm definitely gonna have to put something up here, definitely words and stuff. So, okay, decorated that to make it exciting because we're hiding it. The goal is to get that one in there, so that way make it trimmed a little thin, which we did just say that there's plenty of room to trim on that one and not lose him in the back. So that's my thought for the pockets. And I'm really liking it. Now my only thing is whether or not I can fold it. Yeah, if I do it right. Okay. Really careful. This one I may have to trim down a little bit so when we fold it. So this is my thought. That we got a double pocket and a writing space. Then we'll have a journal card, one journal card in there for sure. And we'll find something else for secondary in here. Which I have things. Oh, well, I have this guy. Duh. This one has to go in somewhere. So this will be a really cute front to have this one tucked in here. Which also has a pocket in it, right? So we have a tag that is going to be its own little pocket with something in it. And that's behind it. That's going to be very loaded if I can do it right. Then we have this guy back here. It's on the back side. Super cute. Yeah, I hope it's gonna all fit. So we do have that. So we got pocket inside a pocket, which is awesome. And the journal card and that. And then we'll put a belly band on one of these pages. So if I make something else, which I have enough pieces here that I could totally make clusters and it can go forever. So, all right, let's do a little distressing. Let's do a little bit of base prep here for you guys so you can see it in action. So yeah, I'm using the silver. I'm just because I am a silver girl. And I think the birthday girl is, I don't think she's a big gold girl. She doesn't wear that much jewelry in general. So I'm like, wait a minute. She's not much of I think she does more silver. I have to think about her jewelry. And I think it's all silver. Yeah. So, you know, it's fine that I'm hinting it with silver and not the antique gold like I normally do. Or antique vintage photo. I do like my occasional gray distress instead of... Now, I'm not going to do the middle like I always do because I want that full open writing space. Okay? But it's just, you know, this is a detox distress oxide, so it's a little wetter. But then I can just sort of rub it down too, and that gives it a nice look. So I love that it's just barely tinted there. A little shadowy, right? It's hard to tell. But that is a nice... Okay, so there's that. So let's get the glitter... Get the glitter glue. Oh, before I even do that though, hold on. Let's not forget about the big pieces that you're gluing on, because sometimes it's really hard to distress once you have stuff in place. So I'm going to do it ahead of time. And I go all the way around the edges. I love the folded spots to be distressed. There we go. So yes, hopefully wherever you are, if you need rain, you got some rain. If you don't need it, I hope you're drying out. I'm like, if you don't need it. But yeah, we've had a couple years where it's been pretty good. We've had a lot of, you know, we finally had some rain, but we went through years without it. And, you know, constantly in severe drought. And, you know, it's just been fire after fire because of that. Because our greenery is just, our forest floors are just full of dead debris. And so, you know, it just takes one little thing and up they go. Not that I think we have much left. I think we probably, the sad part is we probably got just enough rain to bring in new stuff, which is great. But, I mean, not replenish everything that went up, but my worry is that the stuff that didn't burn is now dead, and, you know, the new stuff is barely growing, and, alright, so that's distressed. Okay, good. Okay, so, first one first. I did put a new knitting needle thingy on my glue and put this back in here because everything was starting to get really bendy and was starting to get, you know, nothing was holding up. So I was like, okay. And when the rubber doesn't feel rubbery anymore, it's probably time. I did notice it sort of discolors the top of this bottle a little bit. And that might be me and just my lack of being able to keep it clean. I'm not great at that. You need to be seeing all this right now. Okay. I want to make sure I'm good to go. Okay. Now, I did not want to be doing this on top of that paper. I'm not sure why I left it there. We'll move that aside. And so in the process too, hopefully you will notice if you have been watching, I started rebranding, or not rebranding, but finally branding my YouTube channel. You know, on my front page, I has my logo on it, of course, and it has pretty banner on it that has my stuff on it. But I realized the photos to my thumbnails to my videos were, well, not all that attractive. I mean, I can't say that. They are okay. But I noticed that some pictures work really well and grab a lot of attention and I get a lot of views, and others washed out and just weren't all that exciting and I don't have as many views on them. So I definitely decided it was time to, I'm at a consistency. I'm getting you guys 2 to 3 videos a week. You got 3 this, we had 3 this week. Right, we have the brand new journal kit, the pink shabby welcome kit. You have these reveals right now, and we have a journal with me, actually, you know, walking along with me on a journal. So, and hopefully crafting along with whatever you've got working. And, I always afraid I'm going to do this upside down. And so now that I feel like I can keep a consistent amount of, you know, videos, and it's not like hemming and hawing on when I get a video up, I realize I need to brand it. The ladies I watch the most you know, have a very specific setup and they look a certain way. And we know by first glance who they are. Like, I know, you know, oh, that's, you know, Square Plans, or that's Create with me, you know, according to Allie, or, you know, and the funny thing is I didn't start out as YouTubing. This was not going to be my thing. I was hoping I didn't have to. Though I'm starting to enjoy it. It's nice to work on my stuff. It's nice to show you guys what I'm doing, because I don't always have someone to show off my work. And, well, then so it means, you know, someone's got to do it. It might as well be you, right? Might as well do it for yourself, if nothing else. And so, yeah, I realized I had to start branding myself. I needed to make sure that you guys could find me, that you knew it was me. Plus, my YouTube channel is not under my business name. It's under my personal name because it's just the account that was started. And I was hoping that when I did that and change the naming, I was hoping I could change my name, and it wouldn't let me. So it's still Jolene Burt. That's why I always say both. You know, this is Jolene with a Jewel Design, but to be able to put my logo and stuff like that, you know, right there in the front of each thumbnail of the video is going to make a huge difference, I hope. So, the first week, this is only like the third video that's got the proper branding, so I'll let you know how it's going. Because there's no, you know, this YouTube stuff is no joke. You do it right, it is no joke. None at all. It requires a lot, and that is not sticking. That worries me. This is, yeah, I try not to put too much on there because I need every ounce of space, right? I don't want to shrink my pocket size much. Very little. But that means I'm really gluing on the edge of everything, and so it doesn't give me everything I need. You know, but when you don't want to shrink all your ephemera down to itty bitty tiny little things, well, what do you do? Alright, so let's try that. Okay, so there's that. And that is absolutely adorable. I did have that sort of in mind when I was making the kit. Well, I sort of had it in mind. I thought, okay, I'll do this on the right side. And this one I'll do a little lighter. And it worked. I mean, you still see the pretty flowers. And it makes it great stackable corner. Still have a Rita Donnelly corner flip. Oh, alright. So yeah, when we go to do this, we're going to be able to stick this right in there. And, you know, hopefully it'll stay put. And then we're going to trim this one down. So let's glue this sucker. Now, normally I'm just going to do this with the glue stick. Much easier for now. And then I will use the, what do you want to call it? The, do this thing. What is this thing? The glitter glue. Just double checking something. So far, so good. I will use the glitter glue to fix edges. Like if I miss something and it's just a tiny edge that's left, I will use the glitter glue to clean up those edges that I may have missed or didn't quite do right. Because it's such a small, which is great, it has such a small thing, it makes it really easy. Now I did try this video too without the stabilizer on it so that I could get a better quality video, but I don't know. It's always, if this thing's moving every 5 seconds, which, I can't tell if it's me or if it's it. But if it seems really jittery for you, I'm sorry. Because I'm still trying to figure this out. I did realize that it goes from 4K to 1080. When I do the stabilizer, it doesn't quite do it as great quality. And I do it up high enough to where there you can see enough. So I don't know. We're sort of playing with that too right now. Alright, so that would be if I was exactly the size I needed. Just going to cozy up that edge. And we would be good and I would just dress it. But I believe I have to make it a little smaller. And it does feel like this side is super big, which is really weird because the way it's sectioned off, it feels like there's so much more on this side. The only bummer part is when I cut it, I'm going to lose that pretty fold look. But we have the raw edge on this side, so we'll just make that match up. So we're going to do the raw edge on this side. That's why we glue first. Really good. Ta-da. That wasn't too bad of a cut. How are we doing? I'm doing, Ooh. Nope. Yeah, only downside. And I'm going to try to, it's a tight now. Yeah, the way it came in, I did get quite a bit of, that corner is just going to be temperamental. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to trim off a little bit more. I don't really want to lose that side. It's super cute, but I have a thing about things being evenly trimmed though. Like I see that white line, and I want to make sure that the space after it is equal. So that is my nitpickiness. So we go there. Wow. Okay, well, shoot. Well, this is where you definitely, I mean, there is room to play, which is good, right? That we have the room and we can maneuver. Now, this is where I may suggest that you get your paper cutter and try to evenly cut something, but, you know, it's not too bad, though. And it's thick. It is definitely, okay, there we go. So now it's definitely, I mean, it's snug. There's definitely nothing missing on that end. I may leave it that way. I was going to do it this way, but that's a lot of yellow. I wonder if that looks cute with rounded. Oh, now I'm thinking about, do I want to round the corners on this one? Let's get the distress back in place that I didn't have, that I had to cut off. Let's get all that prettiness back in place. Let's see. I don't know. For more shapes, you know, sometimes it's shapes and edges, and I know my favorite things are ones that have all the different, I don't know, shapes and sizes, and lace on this end, and that's another thought too, to put some kind of lacy thing on the top. Because a lot of the detail work I'll have to do off camera and show you guys later, but I wanted to give you the feel for just the base pieces and what you could do with them. And then it is up to you to decide how you want to decorate them. Okay, so we got it to fit. Extremely tight. I wonder if this is just a thick card. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if I like that idea. No. So this one might have to, and I trimmed it, which is okay. And I think we're at the same time here. That one being a thicker card might actually stay back here. And I'm wondering if, I know I didn't back them, if this is going to be, I think, 2 separate cards. And I can, what am I going to do the back to them? I can do something to the back of them. Maybe 2 separate cards. Leave a journal card, and, you know, still have to do a serious amount of trimming to this one, like I did that one to get it to fit. But, yeah, I want to think about that, because as a thick card, it is definitely, you know, we know this is gonna be cute, and, you know, make these guys what I want to make them. And it's stuck in here. But if I want to put anything behind it, I think I'm just going to trim it up as a thin, and I will distress. We'll just distress this back with the antique, just to give it not such a stark white journal card on the back. May have to do that. Okay. All right then. Well, shoot. Let's get this baby distressed so I can get it glued down. So that one, it is a great idea for the instantly backed cards, but we're going to be really careful on how your pockets work wherever you put them. The belly band might not be a bad idea, and just shove it in there, but they're thicker that way. Well, at least now you know. I did it for you. We figured it out. That one, I'm going to trim a little bit off the edge. Oh, I hate to trim anything off the edge. Oh my gosh, we don't have room to trim stuff off, do we? Well, no, I'm going to line it up perfectly on the edge then. I'm like, oh, all right. Trial and error, my dears. Trial and error. Oh. But that's, at least I'm working on it. I'm trying it out. You don't have to use anything the way I do. I would just like giving you guys ideas in case you're just looking at it going, well, why would I buy that? You know, why would I do with that? And I go, well, there's this possibility. We can try this, see how it works. And maybe what I do sparks something else, and you go, oh, girl, all you have to do is do this. And I'm like, oh, all right. All right. And you're like, oh, I see it. I know the potential. It is there. But definitely the cream. It's a nice contrast. Oh, we're going to let that dry a little bit more this time. All right. Let's see. So butterfly was going to go in the front. The word butterfly with the butterfly and the word garden. I know. I almost want to do that. It's like, gosh, this thing need one more. Does it need one more thing? But actually, I almost want to do this because we have everywhere else, right? We have garden. I'll just cut that really close. We do that, and then like up. Like we'll really cluster this one in the front is what I'm thinking. That'd be really cute, all distressed and clustered, and then I'll put some paper behind it. So those guys may just be right there. So there we know. So that we know. And maybe add some green behind it so that it sticks out a little bit more. I have plenty of green pieces, so maybe we'll do all this and we'll cluster that up. So you'll see that. So probably on next week's Journal With Me video, I will have to do a quick reveal of how this went, how this was going. Hopefully I get it done. I have luckily a month to get this done, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging for too long. That would not be nice, right? Okay, so that's glued down. Let's try this again. It's just thick. And because it's thick, it's... And that's, I use my bone folder to sort of open it up and loosen up anything I can without ungluing it, personally. Plus it sort of stretches it out to make it a little easier to put in. There we go. Okay, so mine's that little corner. Yeah, those corners are temperamental, aren't they? There we go. Without hopefully gluing anything in. Okay, so we will put a little bit of decor on the top of this card. Maybe we'll do the lace so it's on the back side, which will be cute. We'll do a cluster of lace ruffles. Yeah, front or back. Maybe well, not on the front because then we are on the back. Front, excuse me. We'll put a lace ruffle across the top of here so that it's a nice something for dimension up there. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a word here. That's what I was trying to look for, is a word here, and then I got sidetracked with the front. Does that surprise me? No. More yellow, white. I'll put it upside down, but then put a cream word over it. Kind, maybe. You know, word kind, but it's not very big. But definitely I can layer it up. We can layer it up and make it really stick out. On that, I got foliage, but don't know. I think I was putting it on the card. We were going to do the silver leaf and the... So let's make this little pocket up real quick. Well, some things are brown, I get it, and so the silver may not appeal to you, but I like to make sure things are all, most of the time, all distressed the same. There's cream on the back of this, so even this tiny little card can be journaled on. I really need to work on those cutting skills of mine. Whew. Take a cutting class, right? Alright, let's get the last little bits of these things finished so that I can let you guys go, but you get to see. This is the purple mini file folder kit set, I should say, and it is number 4 that is now out in my Etsy shop. So we only have one more to go, and that would be the blue and orange. It was supposed to be blue and pink, and the flowers I was using just ended up in this really pretty peachy orange color, and I went, well, blue and orange go very well together. So why, don't fight it, you know. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking there. That will have a little hole on it, and I will be doing a little, I will do some kind of stringy, lace string something on top there, so that it, has its own dimension. This doesn't have to go to the bottom, which is nice. So that's our new pocket there. I'm thinking, there's that. And I'm gonna want some more detail on this one. So let's see here. I may have to go back, but these are hard. These are not, I like the word foliage, and if I can cut it enough, it may be pretty right behind it. So I'll do a little tighter cutting on that. Okay, so there's a potential of that, right? We're going to do that there. We're going to do this in here. So easy, right? And then we'll put a hole punch in it, or not. I may actually just staple. We'll put some lace or string, ribbon, something on it, right? And let's see. I don't think I have a year for her. Oh, shoot. No, I don't have I don't put her birth year on it. I guess do I have a 21? Because it's 2021, right? Could put 21 on there because it's... Of course, we all would love to be 21 again, right? But no, just for the year 2021. Let's see. So she knows when I gave it to her. Sort of dark brown. This is sort of gray, huh? I do have these cream ones, which I could Let's see. So I can see if I can find a 21 in all my numbers. These are three different kits. Oh my gosh. I have a journal card, ornate journal card set out there that has numbers around the edges of one of the pages, which is super cool. I thought, well, why waste it, right? Because I had this really cool paper, and so I put years, number such as years that meant something to me. And all the numbers belong to somebody that means something to me. And then I have the circle collage, number de collage set that has itty bitties 1 through 30. It has some just important dates, like the 25th, the night, this, the 14th, things like that. And then you guys have like coins, and then the second page is the squares, I think, to go with this one. But they're all collaged in really cool papers too. And then I have an ornate, and then that's one of my ornate ones, which I don't know what. Oh, it's 21 though. Oh, that's right, color too. Oh, see, there you go. All right. So yeah, I have a number of number kits finally out. I think this is one kit. This is on the edge of a journal card. Then I have those ornate ones. I had them in blue and other colors for during the holidays. I think there's pink ones out there, but I think it's actually in the pink shabby number set or kit. So yeah, I am happy with myself because I was like, why don't I do numbers? Like, everybody's doing numbers, but Mom goes, they're great. You have to have them. And I've been enjoying putting them out and having them. Numbers and words and all that fun stuff. So, that one's fun to cut. Alright, so we have a number we can put on that one, which is sort of cute. Oh, if only, only if we were still that young. But yeah, I think I'll put a little dashy, try to put that little dash on it so it's like year 2021, the abbreviated version of 21. All right, so we will definitely add maybe the 21 to that little card. Right, I'll kiss cut the flower better, put it behind the word foliage. There's the pocket for that, and it all goes in here. Okay, so that is absolutely adorable. This will also have a hole punch. This will have a hole punch with something sticking out of it. This one, I think I'm just going to get some really thin little lace and staple it on there. I have one of those little Tim Holtz mini staplers. So we've got that. So then we just have to decide. Then I think we decide we're just going to cut this, and I will back it, and we will make it a thin journal card because yeah, we do not have the ability to make it thick. Well, that was sort of a bummer. I did not expect that a thick card would be so hard to get into such a little pocket. Lesson learned, right? Let's see. Do I have to? Yep. Both sides, just a little bit. I hate to ever cut anything off, but if it was that side, I could probably go both sides until I felt it was good, and not worry about it. But so if you make ephemera, definitely make it small for this this look. Who knew? So it's a good idea, but it's a little trickier. And not everything I make is going to work for every scenario, of course. We have to trim it. You have to change it. And it's okay. It is okay to modify what is in the packet. No one says it has to be used exactly as I did it. Or as I designed it. And hopefully I designed enough base shapes that you guys can do what you need to do with it. Because otherwise I didn't do a very good job if, it's super, locked down. So there we go. That's a card with another journal pocket in it, room to write. So that's actually really cute. And with all the little things coming off the top, while the lace coming off the top of this one, we'll do some layering on this with the word, and that way. But then you still do have 2 journal cards, right? Journaling on them. I don't know. I may have to put another. I'll put another word in there too, but I have plenty of them. So we'll put words on everything. We'll put lace. We'll put things. Everything goes in here. I still have, it's going to be tight, the papers that I'm going to try to sew in. So we have a few little papers, and maybe this will get, I'm trying to think if there's a way to do this. If I folded it and sewed it in, it's a little tiny little, cover. It's on its side, but we do that with the Edith Holden all the time, so I don't know. Maybe I will. Or I go long ways with it, but then he's on the wrong side. He's on the back side, which it's not a bad thing either. That's a lot of that duplicate though. Alright, I think we're gonna we're going to utilize this as an interesting little page inside around the edges of the, where I'm going to put the book pages in there, and we're going to sew that in. We're going to sew it in like that. So we have this cute little ordeal, sort of holding the pages together. I think that'll be cute. Yeah, we'll do it that way. All right, see? Just have to think it through, find new ways to use it, not be afraid to use it in unusual ways, because it's art, and it's on the eye of the beholder, and enjoy use every piece some way, somehow. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, I will distress the inside with a little bit of, actually, the vintage, because to make it a little less white. A little more cream to match the rest of the pages, but we'll still distress the edges with the hickory. All right, there we go. So we'll make that our paper sort of holder folder thingy to make it so that it sort of indicates another section, right? Woohoo! Let's get this glue back on before it gets completely, it's cold out here. We didn't get a lot of rain this week, but it did get cold, and of course I put my heater away because I thought, oh well, we're doing good. Knowing it was going to get rain, I still put the darn thing away. I don't know why. I think I'm ready for spring, and, Okay, so yeah, see, I didn't close it up quick enough, and now my pen won't go in. Oh no. All right, well, it's in there, but it's not capped. All right, guys, well, I think that's it. I'm going to leave you there. There is our 4-pocketed ephemera holder. We're gonna put some pages in it. We're gonna decorate. I'm gonna decorate everything up, and yeah, I will in a week or two. This will probably be what I'll do today. I will show you guys the reveal, at least quick enough, just in case my lack watch. She'll start watching. Well, she'll start watching. But go ahead and subscribe to me if you found me by accident. Appreciate all the following. If you've been following me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to go find me, though, on Instagram and Facebook, and if you like Facebook, Instagram and Facebook, and my Etsy store. All of those are listed below, so you can find me on everything, and this way, too, you get a heads up when new Instagram, on the Instagram, you do get new heads up when these guys are up and running. If the notifications aren't turned on, you get a sneak peek of pictures. You know what's going on with my digital kits, because I do try to sort of tease these out before a video comes up, before I release something, so you know what's going on, what I'm working on, so you get to see the progress. And I really appreciate you following. So this is Jolene with AJeweldDesign. This is File Folder Friday number 3. But like I said, now I have 4 of these out. I have pink, I have purple, I have green, and I have the cream variety. So I hope that they find you well. I hope they find a happy home if you purchase them. I wish I could see what you make, so find a way. If you are an Instagram or Facebook page, do hashtag AJeweldDesign, all one word. And that way, hopefully I'll see, if you tag me that way in your hashtags or at AJeweldDesign, that way I see what you guys make with them, which makes my heart just swell when I get to see these things in action. Because then I know that people are, enjoying them and loving them and are inspired by them, and gifts are made with them, and happy moments are made with them, and you guys are just enjoying every craft out there that comes your way, and that you see something in my stuff that makes you happy. So have a wonderful day. If you haven't, go back and watch yesterday's journal with me. If you've missed a botanical journal with me, there's a whole playlist, of course, so you can go get caught up on that. And I did the new kit, Pink Shabby Welcome Kit, back on Tuesday, so you can go back and look at that too. So I will tag the new Pink Shabby Welcome Kit here in the card, just above, and then I will, of course, link the playlist in the end screen here, so you can keep things up and rolling with the botanical. And I don't know, there's like 3 different things I got going on. I can't click on all of it. Oh my goodness. Well, there'll be a number of things for you guys to look at. Hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy, and you'll continue watching. So thank you for subscribing. This is Jolene with AJeweldDesign, and happy Friday. Talk to you soon.